Hey guys, I am back with you today for a brand new reading, and today we are going to do a reading just overall general for the collective. We're going to be asking what are they thinking, what are they feeling, and what are they wanting in regards to your person, the person who may be on your mind. This could be someone that you're currently with. It could be someone that you're just thinking about, that you're interested in. So yeah, just kind of whoever it is that you're thinking of in your mind, basically in a romantic connection. That's what this reading is going to be all about. We're going to see just kind of an energy check, what's going on with what they're thinking, how they're feeling, and what they're wanting. And I'm so excited because over the weekend I got this brand new deck. It's called What's Brewin'? Spilling the beans. And I keep wanting to say spilling the tea because, you know, whenever you're talking about like gossip and stuff like that, you're spilling the tea, but we're spilling the beans, whatever it is. The truth is coming out, basically, is the point here. And this deck, this Oracle deck, is from Fire Witch Tarot off of Etsy if you want to check it out. Super cool deck. And we're just going to launch into this here. I have a couple of other cards here on the side, just for a little bit of reference on energies as well, which we'll get into later. But let's get started. Up here, we have the cards for what they're thinking. The middle row is what they're feeling, and the bottom row is what they're wanting. So starting at the very top here, we're just gonna kind of read it like a story because we have a love story here. Once upon a time, what a great way to start. It's literally like we're opening a book. Once upon a time, there was you and whoever it is you're thinking of. And this is clearly a love story. And I'm definitely feeling that they think that this is, you know, a love story that we're about to launch into right now. So they definitely think of this as a love connection, a love story. And they are investigating. Automatically, what this card tells me is they are sneakily checking in on you. So if you guys are not communicating right now, if there's not a lot of talking going on between you guys, don't think that they're not paying attention and that they're not noticing you, because they're definitely checking you out on social media. They're looking at your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, your TikTok, you know, wherever it is that you are on social media and wherever it is you guys are connected, they're definitely checking in on you. So they're definitely, Shadow, my dog is thinking of investigating the situation too. Shh. There's someone going up and down the hallway. He does this from time to time. Okay, so this person is clearly checking in on you on social media, and they may be doing that because they may think that you are keeping a secret from them. So there could be some insecurities happening here on their end. And just remember with these readings, there's a lot of mirroring typically that goes on in these situations. So we specifically asked the question what they are thinking, what they are feeling, what they are wanting, but the flip-flop could apply here too. You know, you could be the one investigating or feeling they're keeping a secret as well, kind of a thing. So just keep that in mind as we unfold the rest of these cards. But anyways, it definitely seems to be that they are thinking that you may be keeping a secret from them, which is why they're investigating your stuff. Already knowing the tea, which is funny. I literally just said at the very start of this reading, spilling the tea, spilling the beans, spilling the tea. So it definitely feels that they think, okay, this kind of goes hand in hand. They're investigating you online however they can, or asking around about you, maybe asking friends, family, whatever it is about you, because they think you're keeping a secret. And with whatever information they are uncovering by investigating online, they think they already know it all. They think they know everything that there is about you just based upon what they see online. And it's funny because most of the time when it comes to our presence online, we're always putting our best foot forward. No one ever shows the behind the scenes online. Everyone always shows their highlight reel. So they may be believing, especially if you're really good at just putting up the good stuff on social media and not, the hard days, the days that you're crying, the days that, your car breaks down or something like that. If you're really good at just sharing about the good stuff, they may think that they already know it all, just seeing that. They may think that you just have it all together and that's it. And because of that, they have been doing some running away. They may think that, you have it all together. They probably have some insecurities, feeling that they don't, and therefore that's making them run away. Which is funny because we also have trash here, throwing away, getting rid of, tossing out. So it seems like they're running away from the situation with you right now, trying to throw it in the trash. That's what they're thinking of doing right now. They're thinking of running away. They're thinking of throwing it in the trash, because they feel that they already know it all. And whatever it is that they've seen online, they feel that they have all the information they need. They have all the answers that they need. And it's triggered them to just hightail it out of there. They may feel unworthy of you because of that. We also have promiscuous, sleeps around, a hoe, free for all, sleeps with your man. So what I'm getting from this, and I don't feel like this is actually like you, how you actually are, but they may get the impression from you, from how you present yourself online, or the information that they've dug up, or maybe people that they've talked to. They may get the false pretense that this is what you're doing, that you're this promiscuous person. You're a promiscuous girl, like Nelly Furtado, like what she would say. But yeah, I think that they see you as like this very super sexual person who, can basically get any man, get any person that they want. They feel like that's the secret that you've been keeping from them, and that they know it all now because they feel that they know this is what you're doing, even though this is probably not what you're doing at all. You're probably very loyal and committed to this person, but because they see you as like this hot, sexual, desirable person, they feel that you're this promiscuous person, even though you may not be. And they may also feel that way and have those fears, maybe based out of previous relationships. Maybe they were cheated on, maybe someone wasn't loyal to them, which is why they feel like, oh, well, this person must be sleeping around, they just, open their legs up for anybody, basically, even though that's probably not what you're doing at all. And if anything, when they're investigating you on social media, they're probably thinking that because maybe you have pictures just hanging out with a bunch of guy friends. Like, you may have just guys in your life who are like brothers to you. Like, there's no sexual connection to these men whatsoever. They're literally just like brothers to you. And maybe you have pictures hanging out with them and having a good time and laughing with them and everything online. And this person that you're asking about, this person that you want and have that special connection with, that love connection with, they may feel intimidated by that, and they may feel insecure about that, and they may feel that these men are not just brothers and that you're fooling around with these guys. So therefore, they're just hightailing it and running away. So that's what's happening right now up in their head. That's kind of what they're thinking, which is funny because as soon as we go down to what they're feeling, the first card we have here, and this is not from the What's Brewing deck, but this is from Mixed Emojis. The very first card that comes out is jealous. So they're obviously feeling jealous of what they think is going on, but it's really just in their head, because this is all head energy up here. This is all what they're thinking. So it's not right, obviously, but they're clearly feeling jealous for literally no reason. They're psyching themselves out is what they're doing. Red lipstick stains. I think this kind of goes along with that promiscuous energy. They're feeling that you're probably leaving red lipstick stains all over all these other guys, even though you're not. Which is funny, because even though they feel that way about you, and even though they're jealous, they still hate nothing about you. Like, you're still number one in their heart. Like, they wouldn't be feeling jealousy. They wouldn't be feeling upset at all if they didn't love you, if they didn't care. You know, they would just be like, whatever. You know, they wouldn't run away. They would just walk away, because, you know, you don't need to like hightail it out of there if you're not caring about the person that deeply. And because of this, it's making them depressed. So it's a mixture of jealousy and depression. So the jealousy is so strong, it's leading them to feel depressed, you know? That's usually what happens. Like, if you're feeling anger and upset and that kind of thing, you know, those are very like heated, on the surface, in the moment when they happen, kind of emotions. And usually when those heated emotions of anger or jealousy start to come down, that's when it comes more into a level of depression, which is even harder to get out of than anger. But even though they are depressed and they're jealous, they're working on align yourself with the universe. So this is something that this person needs to do in order to come out of their jealousy, in order to end their depression. They need to align themselves with the universe. Now, some of them may be aware that they need to, you know, spend time in prayer. Like, look at the girl here on this card. She's, you know, she looks very peaceful. She looks very much at one. She's obviously in a prayer stance. And I think that that's what this person needs to be doing in order to get out of that depression and out of that jealousy emotion. They clearly need to, you know, take some time, go within, pray, calm down, that kind of thing, in order to snap out of it. And some of them may be working on doing that already. Some of them may not be there yet, but that's definitely the direction of where they need to start heading in. Needing to stay safe and protection. And it's funny, because what I'm picking up from this and what they're feeling is it's a duality here of protection. It's a two-way street with the protection. I think part of them wants to protect you because, you know, usually a lot of feminines watch these videos and they're usually asking about a masculine. And masculine energy is naturally a protector. A masculine naturally wants to protect and keep his feminine and keep his family safe. So there's probably a strong desire in him that feels like he needs to protect you. He may feel that he needs to protect you from this promiscuous activity that he believes is going on, which is probably not. But I think he's feeling protective of you, number one. You know, jealousy is definitely like, hey, I need to protect my territory kind of a thing. So part of him wants to protect you, and another part of him wants to protect himself because he does feel depressed from this whole situation that he has really created basically a nightmare in his head. A nightmare that doesn't exist. This isn't even happening. It's not even real, but he has created a monster in his head pretty much. And he wants to protect his own heart, and because he wants to do that, that's why he's running away. Running away is a way that he's trying to protect himself. So it's a very messed up way of trying to protect here. On one hand, he's trying to protect his own heart in a way that's really not working by running away. And on the other hand, he wants to protect you. He doesn't want to see you run around and sleep around with other people, even though, like I said, you're probably not doing that. Salt or sugar. Looks can be deceiving. Now this confirms to me that all this stuff that he thinks is going on with the promiscuous activity is not actually going on. Like whatever it is that you've posted on social media that he's investigated, it's not true, you know. Not everything is what it's cracked up to be, you know. It's like the saying goes, what's gold doesn't always glitter, or something like that. But yeah, like it's not what it appears to be is the point. Not everything is what it seems. So he may be thinking that you're doing this, but deep down inside, I think he knows in his feels that you're actually not. Because up here, like I said, up here is all the thinking energy. This is the feeling energy. So I think deep down inside, he feels and he knows, like super deep down, that you're not just running around with any old guy or whatever. You're not just sleeping around or whatever. But, you know, he's too caught up in his head right now, believing in the lies that he has created in his own head. But that's not what's real. That's not what's true. He's just buying into what he sees on the surface on social media. And because of that, he's feeling like he's under spiritual attack. Fighting off negative energies, fighting spiritual warfare, needing to clear your energy. And obviously he needs to clear his energy because his headspace is crap. Like, quite honestly, his headspace is a hot mess. What he really should do, he should channel all this negativity going on up in his head, and he should sit down and write like a Hollywood screenplay or something and make a movie out of this, because it's not real and he's thinking that it's real. And if he just channeled it in a better way, then he may not be feeling all this jealousy, and he may not be feeling all this depression going on, you know. And like I said, he knows deep down inside that that's not how you are, that you are not just, you know, some slut, some hoe. You're not a big hoe bag or anything. He knows that you're not just sleeping around. He knows that. He just knows. But he's being super stubborn and just going based off of what he sees. And, you know, guys can be like that. Guys can be very visual, and, you know, he's kind of being gullible and cheating himself out is what he's doing by just buying whatever it is that's there on the surface. And, you know, whatever it is that you have posted online, whatever it is that you're doing online, it may not even be anything scandalous. Like, you could be sitting here thinking, well, what the hell does he think I've been doing? Like, I haven't even posted anything that's that scandalous or raunchy or, you know, looks like me flirting with other guys or anything like that. Like, you may not even think that you're doing anything. And you probably aren't. But the way that he is interpreting this, the way that he is looking at it through his eyes, you know, in his vision, it's a completely different story. You know, it's kind of like those pictures where there's like an illusion where you know, you look at a picture of something and it could either be a young woman or an old woman, and it all depends on how you look at it. And the story may look like a young woman to you of what you're putting out there online, but to him it looks like the old woman. It's the optical illusion. That's what I was thinking of. It's like an optical illusion, and he's totally tripped himself out into thinking it's something that it's not. And it's definitely brought him into some really nasty stuff feeling wise here. And the only way to get himself out of that is to really just like spend some time in prayer so he can get a hold of the fact that not everything is what it looks like on the surface, and he can really get that deep down in his soul, because he does know that. And he'll realize that more so if he just quiets his mind and spends some time in prayer, because prayer meditation, when we do that, like, that's the whole point. It quiets our mind so we can really hear from God, so we can really hear from above, so, you know, we can get out of our own way, basically, is what it comes down to. As for what they want to set the record straight, clearly, because they're such a mess over this. And I don't blame them for wanting to set the record straight, not because you did anything wrong, but because there's just such a mess right now in their head. And I think they also want to have family time with you. Like, they want to get past all this because they do love you and they do care about you, clearly. They want to have family time with you. And with crush here and family, that kind of just reminds me of like childhood and everything. They want to bring their inner child back out to play with you. You know, perhaps you guys have known one another since you were really young. And even if you haven't, that doesn't matter, because they still just want to play and have fun with you and enjoy life with you. And, you know, kind of feel like those early day feelings that you have when you first start to have a crush on someone and it's new and exciting and there's electricity and that kind of thing. They want to go back to that. They want to have that kind of feeling again, that nostalgic, young love kind of feeling with you, and have family time with you. You know, that could be like having an actual family with you, or, you know, it could be like combining your families together, making a family together, however it is that looks, whether it's, you know, just having pets together or having kids together, or whatever that dream life is for you. Like, those are the things that they're wanting. They want to set the record straight, have that young love, have that family time with you. Standing your ground, ready for battle, defending yourself. So I think they also may feel a little defensive, obviously, from all this, but, you know, look at this guy. He's like ready to go to war. You know, this is like a Trojan warrior here. He's like, grr, I'm ready to go. Which is funny, because up here in the fields, you know, we have spiritual attack, spiritual warfare. And here's a guy here who's ready to go to war. And I think that what I'm picking up from here is this guy, like, he loves you and he cares about you so much. He is willing to fight for you. Like, he doesn't care if you've been promiscuous, even though you haven't been. He doesn't care. Like, he's ready to fight for you. Like, that's what he wants. He wants to fight for you. He wants to get out from under spiritual attack, and he wants to make things work. He's willing to fight this battle for you. Divorce, breaking contract. Now, this is interesting because I'm not really picking like a third party energy up on this pile or anything, on this grouping. But it's possible that one or both of you could be literally in a marriage contract where he wants that to be broken on either end. That could be a part of, you know, what he's been investigating. Maybe he's looking at, you know, pictures or status updates or something like that of you and your husband, you and your ex or something. And maybe he's thinking, you know, something is going on there. So, you know, he could be feeling that you're getting all freaky and crazy with your ex or your husband or something like that. So there definitely could be that where he's wanting to break out of that. Either he's wanting to break out of that for himself, or he's wanting you to break out of that based upon this whole scenario that he has created in his head. Now, if there is no marriage situation involved in here, which I think that there is going to be some of you where there's definitely not, then I see breaking contracts as not in regards to divorce, but I think this is just more so a representation of breaking whatever contracts and promises that either one of you are currently tied to. You know, like if there's just certain lifestyle choices maybe that either one of you has made, or maybe you guys live in different places or whatever. Whatever those certain ties are, you know, they may not even be legal ties like an actual marriage contract or anything. It could be other stuff completely, but I think that this is definitely representative of the fact that they want whatever ties are there that are keeping you guys tied from being away from one another. He wants those ties broken so you guys can put things back together. Knowing they effed up and destroyed, shattered, broken, effed up. Well, these two cards are kind of one and the same. And I think both of these, like, obviously they don't want things to be effed up. They don't want things to be destroyed, because this did fall into the wants category. I think if anything, this is more so kind of like goes a little bit more into how they've been feeling. Like maybe they feel that they have effed up. They've screwed up royally, which is why when they are investigating you online, they feel that you're sleeping around and doing all this stuff, which is making them run away. And it's all because they think that they have destroyed things. So it's not that they want things to be destroyed. They definitely don't want it to be destroyed. I just think that they feel like they've kind of already done that, which is why they've been throwing this in the trash. But for this dude, there's definitely a lot of insecurity happening here. He's not on stable ground right now with himself. He's super insecure. He takes things way too literally, way too face value as to what he's seeing online when it comes down to your situation. But he does know. He knows deep down that things are not what they seem. He does know that. He does want to set that record straight with you. He wants to rekindle things with young love and your inner child playing together once again. And he wants to have a family. He wants that family time with you. Like, he wants to create that good life with you. And he's willing to fight for you, for sure. So, a lot of this is kind of him having to overcome his own demons right now. Unfortunately, there's really not a lot that you can do for him, because you can't force someone to change their own mindset, which is why this card is here. Align yourself with the universe. And this is more so a message to him than you. Like, yes, you should keep doing this for yourself, of course. Keep being in prayer. Pray for this person. Like, if anything, this person needs your prayers. Pray for them that the mental strongholds are broken off, that those chains are broken off of them, that they do see and they do understand and they do accept the truth about you and their situation, and that you're not running around on them or anything like that. So definitely pray for them. Keep doing the right things that you need to do for you. But as for them getting past all this yucky stuff up here in the head, they need to come down from that. They definitely do. And there are a couple of other cards that I did pull from a couple of other decks. I always pull a card from the Loving Words from Jesus deck, because a Bible verse a day keeps the bad vibes away. So we have all things whatsoever you shall ask in prayer, believing you shall receive. Matthew 21:22. And with this card, it's like I just said, keep praying for this person. If you want this person to get out of that negative headspace, if you want that person to not be insecure anymore and to not, have all this jealousy and depression when it comes to things dealing with you, pray for this person. If you keep praying for this person, things will get better. Things will improve. They have to do their part too, obviously, because they're going to have to spend some time here with the universe and meditation and everything, so that way then they don't feel like, you know, there's any more secrets keeping you a secret. That way then they don't feel like there's any more secrets. Like maybe they think that, and it's funny, like maybe they think that you're actually keeping them a secret. That could be possible too. Like they could be seeing you running around with all these other guys or something like that, even though you're probably not. They just think that you are in their head, thinking that they know it all, but they really don't. But they may be thinking that you're keeping them a secret, that you may not even want to like proudly show them off or anything, which is why they're running away. And another card that I pulled from my own deck of songs that I channeled, wrote down on a blank deck of cards basically, and pulled from there, which is funny because it's basically like my radio playlist, I guess you could say. Like if God was the DJ and this person wanted to dedicate a song to you to know how they feel, this is the song that they would dedicate, and this is the song that came out. And it's As Long As You Love Me by Justin Bieber. And I think that this person definitely, they just want to feel your love. They want to feel your love, you know, through the good times, through the bad times, through their insecurities, and through their depression, and through their jealousy. They just want to feel your love. And I'm sure that you're already doing that for this person, but just continue to unconditionally love them. Pray for them. I think that praying for them is probably one of the best possible ways that you can love this person, because prayer is more powerful than anyone can possibly imagine. You know, most of the time when something goes wrong in life, people are just like, oh, you know, this went wrong. What's the first thing you're going to do to fix this, that, or the other thing? You know, whatever it is. It doesn't even have to be in regards to love. It could be job loss, or, you know, needing to move, or your car breaking down, or whatever it is that's going on. A lot of the times people ask, like, what's the first thing you're going to do? And your first response should always be pray. Pray first above all else. Then you can get into like all the different actions that you need to step into to take care of whatever that needs to be done. But prayer by far is going to get things much further along down the line of where you need them to be than anything else. So keep praying for this person. Your prayers are working. It may be a slow process, but they are working. And so yeah, you do your part. Pray for this person. Eventually this person will get to that point where they'll work on that for themselves. If they're not there already, hopefully they are. And I do think that down the road, you guys will be able to sit down together, set the record straight, bring back young love, and create the family that you guys desire with one another. So a little bit of a hiccup right now, but I think it's temporary. I don't think it's going to be forever. Anyways, that's pretty much what I see going on here, going on with this group of cards that came out today. So if this resonated for any of you, and if this made sense, if this connected with you at all, please let me know and leave a comment down below. If the message did not flow, just let it go. That's okay. The message wasn't for you. Maybe another time. It's all good. Otherwise, like I said, leave me a comment down below if it did. And feel free to subscribe. Hit that notification bell so you are aware of new readings whenever they pop up, whenever they come through. Otherwise, I hope you guys have an amazing and spectacular day. Keep sparkling. I am sending you lots of hugs and much love.